Hi, I've been talking and I didn't realize that my mic was off. Hi, Pavla. Hi, Astromoon. Thank you so much for joining my live. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's been a while that I popped on live. I come these days once in a while, and I think I need to become more serious with life. I need to start showing up more. I preach about consistency, and all of a sudden, I'm no longer consistent. I need to start being more consistent about showing up, about coming up on live, about sharing, about talking. I think I need to do better. Anyway, thank you so much for joining this live. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to share. So today, just like I said in the description of today's live, I just wanted to share something. I was just thinking about something earlier today, and I realized that worrying does not fix anything. I'm sure you're not hearing it for the first time. You've heard it so much, and they say stop worrying, but you don't know how deep that is, or how that is just beyond. It's not just motivation. You know, personally, I've had experiences where I was going through something, like a trying moment. I was going to a phase where I'm going through something, and I was so worried about that situation, like very worried, like not showing, feeling very overwhelmed, struggling, and all of that. And then I decide, like, but I discovered that the more worried I was, the the worse it was getting. I was I lost so much at that time. I lost my peace, I lost my joy, I lost my vibe, my energy, everything. I lost my sleep. I was not sleeping anymore. I would sleep like once, like I would sleep for few minutes because I woke up worried, I slept worried. So that means I had like little amount of sleep every day. But even though I was not sleeping, it was not solving the problem. It didn't even solve any of the problem. Imagine not sleeping every day, but yet your problem is not solved. So even the no matter how much you worry, even the biggest amount of worry cannot even solve the tiniest problem. No matter how tiny the problem is, the biggest amount of worrying, no matter how much you're worrying about something, even the tiniest worry and tiniest amount of problem cannot even be solved by worrying. Times when I'm worried or I've been worried, I just see myself becoming overwhelmed. I lost those times I lost interest in everything and I couldn't even move forward. So worrying even stop you from progressing because you become stuck, you lose interest, you just start surviving, you stop living because it's like it brings a blockade, like an obstruction. You can't even move. You can't even make progress because you're worried about something. Something is happening to you that's not what you've thought about. And then all of a sudden you are stuck. Worrying is very destructive. Imagine losing your sleep. You are not happy, you are not excited, you don't even have interest in the other things that happen in your life because you're worried about something that is currently happening. It stops you from making progress. You can't even do anything. When you think about how much destructive worrying is, you would just stop it. Don't get me wrong. I know sometimes it's hard to stop worrying. It's hard. I mean, the situation is not getting solved. There are deadlines. I mean, there's a lot at stake. So the normal thing anyone would do would be to worry. But imagine being worried for so long and yet nothing is changing. You're feeling bad, you're feeling worse, you're feeling even more, you're becoming depressed every day. I realize that what worrying does is that there's a build up. You keep The more you worry, the more there's build up of negative emotions. The more you worry, the more there's a build up. It keep piling up, it keep piling up. You're more depressed, you are losing your peace, you're losing it seems you stop even sleeping. The sleep gets the number of hours you're sleeping get lesser and lesser. You wake up in the night, you are hissing. There's no peace, there's no joy, there's no anything. But do you know that despite all of this, all you've lost, you even start losing physical weight. You become a shadow of yourself. You don't even, some persons, it get worse, they don't even dress well anymore. They don't even shower or anything because they're worrying about something. Worrying about something you can't fix. And then you realize that despite all of these things, you losing your sleep, your joy, your peace, the problem does not get solved. The problem is still not solved, despite all of this. So, what's the point of even getting worried if it's not going to fix anything? What's the point? That's what I told myself. What's the point? I mean, I've been worrying about this thing for the last 1 month to the point that I have lost weight, I've lost peace, I've lost joy, I've lost everything. Yet, the situation is still the same. So, why am I killing myself? Why am I surviving instead of living every day? You realize that it's better option to live every day as it comes than worrying about tomorrow or worrying about something you can't fix. You can't even fix it. So the best it's not that I'm asking you to ignore the situation. I mean, Esther, look at what's happened. And then look at what's happening around me. How do you tell me to stop worrying? You don't understand. But I mean, we just described something. Even if you worry, has it solved it? All the times you've been worrying, has it solved it? No. I'm not saying ignore the situation or don't do anything about it, but don't worry so much that it makes you become a shadow of yourself that you stop living. And it prevents you from even making progress. You stop even doing all that things. Okay, imagine you're worried about one situation actually, sorry. You lose concentration at work. You're unable to focus or do anything because you're worried about this particular thing. Hi Anna. You see, because of worrying about one thing, you're not making progress, you're not productive, you're not doing anything. So I'm not saying you ignore the situation or ignore the fact that there's a problem happening around you. It's deciding to react differently. That even though there's something happening, even though I know there's a situation, I'm choosing not to worry. I'm choosing to move on. I'm choosing to make progress. I'm choosing to be deliberate. I'm choosing to ignore the situation. I'm choosing to live and not survive. I'm choosing to react to this situation differently, to not let it define me, define who I am, what I'm going through, define my personality. You know, when we worry so much, we allow worrying dominate our life, become the bigger part and dominate everything. That it begins to control how we feel or do things per time. Don't come to a point where worrying takes over your life. It takes over everything that you don't even know what to do anymore. I mean, sometimes we won't say we are trusting God, we believe in God, we trust Him to solve the problem. See, when you're worrying about things, it means you don't trust God enough to solve it. It means you're trying to look for hand. Like, well, I don't think you can fix this thing, so let me just try it myself. Let me just do it. I don't think you have the capacity. I don't think you have the ability, so I need to help. I need to solve it. When you depend on Him or you trust Him enough, you would leave it and walk away. You allow Him to handle it the way He seems fit. Trusting God means to depend on Him completely, not looking for alternative, not worrying about it. Worrying means you don't even trust Him. And the truth is that you can't even fix the problem. All the times that I was worried about the situation, all the times that I did myself or I felt guilty, I was going through a phase and I was going through something. They were not things that I could fix. They were not things I could fast forward. They were not things I could hasten. There were always things I had no control over. that were absolutely beyond my control. So why am I worried? Some of us are even worrying about things that are yet to happen. You don't even know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't even know the state of things, but you're already worried about it. How about you try to begin to react to things differently? Instead of worrying about something, you're going to start reacting differently. Of course, you know that this exists, you know that something is happening, but you choose to react differently. You choose not to be worried. You choose not to allow it define your feelings, your emotions at the time. You just choose to like, okay, I'm just going to trust God. I'm just going to depend on Him and allow Him have His way. So this is for someone who's probably going through a phase right now, who's probably going through a situation, and you're wondering what you're going to do, and you're probably worried. I think you should just leave it at the feet of Jesus instead of worrying. Get up, dress up, take a walk, just shake it up, watch a movie, do something differently, do something other than worrying. Like act like that situation does not exist. Like walk away, take a walk, listen to music, watch a movie, something to distract you, something to distract you from worrying. I mean, you've not dressed up in a while, you've not even showered, you've not like get up, clean yourself up, act like the situation does not exist. You are not ignorant of what is happening. You are just choosing to react differently. So instead of worrying, pick yourself up, clean yourself up, and take a walk. Listen to music. Just go on reels. Watch some good reels. Laugh yourself out for a moment. Forget about what has happened or what's happening currently and choose to react to it differently instead of worry. Because you just have to realize that even if I worry from now to tomorrow, this thing is not going to get fixed. This situation is not going to end. And I'm still stuck here. Things are not happening the way I want. My life is still messy, but even though I can fix it, I would choose to live every day as it comes. I would choose to live than to just survive. So it doesn't even fix anything. So stop worrying over things you can't control. Stop stressing yourself out and overthinking things. If you're just joining us, we're talking about how worrying does not fix things and how it's better not to worry about things and to just thank you so much for joining. If you're just joining us, please drop a comment. Let me know where you're chatting us from. Let me know where you're joining this live from. Don't forget to comment. Okay, I'll just let me go up for a moment. I'll come back.